That's right. That's right. I'm saying it. What the hell's going on here with Ghislaine Maxwell? This is not the same bitch in prison at all, by no means. What are we looking at here? Who swapped out Ghislaine Maxwell for for some gay Asian lady? What the hell's up with that? And I know that a lot of you guys are out there going to say, "Yeah, I would never do that." No, she's in there. That's the same Ghislaine Maxwell, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, you're the same people who are like, well, Epstein's not dead, or Epstein didn't unalive himself. That when he was hauled out of there, that he was switched out, or it's not the same Epstein. So what the hell? So you think for 1 second that they couldn't actually go in there and swap out the Ghislaines? And all the people out there are like, that are hate watching my channel, thinking this guy's lost his mind. He's nuts. He's out there. He's done. The Epstein files have broken this man right here. And I'm thinking, no. Because all the world leaders, even Hollywood stars, they all have body doubles. Think about that. Come on. Anybody that's been in this movement for a long time saw the many faces of Joe Biden. How many Fettermans do we have out there right now? I think we're pretty well set on Fettermans. We got the one guy there that's kind of like almost a conservative, or almost somewhat of just a normal dude, but totally doesn't look like anything like the original Fetterman that we got whenever the first one had a stroke or overdosed on drugs and supposedly went to some kind of like facility for the Fetterman goes to a facility to help with his mental health. He's going through this. His wife left. His wife is, she's divorced. She dipped out. Supposedly he went to to go get mental health, and she just up and left. Started working for a fire department. She was a fire lady, and so now we've got Fetterman back, but he's not. He's like cool Fetterman. That's crazy. And so what we're looking at here is images of this jawline. Look at this. Okay, let's look. Okay, so we've got the gay Asian lady right here. Or dude. This could be a dude. This might even be Pee Wee Herman's son. I don't know what they've done here, but I've got plenty of images that just are very conflicting, like this nose right here. Look at this nose, look at these ears, look at this jawline. Here we go. As it kind of transitions over and you can see. I know that she's a little older now. She's first of all, prison food doesn't have anything in it to make you bulk up, unless not really, not your normal prison food. She might be getting a special delicatessen of small children that could be causing her to bulk up. I don't know, but the thing is most prison food lacks carbs and proteins because they don't want people in prison getting all beefed up and hard to deal with. So that's a thing, So I'll keep going here, but you can just look and see that this jawline is different. I got these images for days. This nose right here. Look at this. Look at that right there. Everything is different. If you bulk up, your jawline doesn't change like that. By no means. And there's, like I say, there's people out there that go, you're just reaching too deep. You're reaching too deep, Will. It's no way. And if Biden has body doubles, if Trump has, everybody, all these people do. I think they have clones. I really do. I know we're getting out there in the weeds, but I'll be honest with you. I think that a lot of these, not even just world leaders, but extremely rich elites they're growing extra parts of their body in case they need something. They got a parts body somewhere on deep underground in a Zorro Ranch bunker type thing, where if they need a kidney or if, something happens, they can harvest that organ, or better yet, if worst case scenario, their body's completely ravished from whatever happened, they can actually transfer their conscience from one to another so that they can just pick up where they left off with the clone that they had. There's movies about that are fiction, but they're not fiction. But look at that nose. That's totally, that doesn't even add up. Right here, look at this. It's another picture. Gay Asian lady, Ghislaine. Look at that right there. Are we plastic surgerying in prison now? I know that they do transitions. You could tell the prison doctor that I don't feel right. There's something wrong. I'm in the wrong body. I need to did Ghislaine Maxwell transition into prisons? We'll know if she actually shoots the place up. If we hear about a mass prison shooting, we'll be like, dang, she did. She transitioned. She went for it. Golly, look at that there. That's just, they're laughing at you. You think for 1 second somebody as powerful as Epstein, like you said, well, Epstein was a powerful man, so he had connections that could get him out of there. So he's living on an island. Epstein was playing World of Warcraft or some kind of video game a couple weeks ago on his Epstein account. Went back active, and he was playing video games from some location. I think it was his island, and there's really strong evidence that was actually him doing that. And so if Epstein's out playing video games, what's she in there for? Why would she even be in there? And all I can say is, well, I would just pay somebody an exuberant amount of money just to sit in there and or better yet, this could be a traffic tip. This could be the clone. Send in the clone. Send in the manufactured person to take my place. I think there was a Saturday Night Live episode where they had that. You could hire somebody to do to take all the stuff. Like as soon as your wife starts fussing, you go, hold on a second, and you get your other you and you set them in front of them, and you go out there and go fishing or something while the other one catches hell from the wife. So you're going to tell me that I'm crazy for thinking that there's no way that they would switch out Ghislaine Maxwell for some other person with the power that she had. If she's the sole survivor, say Epstein's not alive, this is your next in line. Her dad was completely tied to the Rothschilds, Mossad, all this stuff. You don't think for 1 second they wouldn't go, you know what, Ghislaine going? Because there are images where she was legitimately there. But I think that what happened is they to just get the switcheroo. And I think the switcheroo occurred when they put her in, or allegedly her in this blurred and the minimum security prison. That'd be the easiest thing to do. There's just look at the earlobes. They say, well, that's plastic surgery. Detached, unattached, detached. Is that what we do? You go in there once a week and just change your ear. I'm going to do my earlobes a little different today. Look at that there. I think there was body doubles along the way that we were looking at and we didn't even know it. Something doesn't add up here. I don't get this. But, in this super strange, super exotic world that we're in, that looks like her from the beginning. I think that was her in the maximum security prison there. But when they did the minimum, when they did the switcheroo and brought her into the Fed prison, that they did the body switch. They did the inmate switch right then. And you can say, well, there's no way you can prove that she was switched out. Well, there's no way you can prove that she wasn't. Simple as that, There's no, you mean to tell me that I'm crazy, but you're going to tell me that the world's one of the most powerful elite child traffickers, not only just that, but eugenics operation method and supplying all kind of different substances to Hollywood elites that's jerky related, couldn't have some kind of way of being swapped out? I beg to differ, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment sections. Have a wonderful day.